Hello everyone. So in this video I will create and discuss the difference between the procedural and OOP and an example of OOP implementation of the syntax and structure of OOP principle in Java. So there are 5 types of differences between procedural and OOP. First is the approach. It has a procedural programming. Procedural programming focuses on procedures of routines, functions to operate on data, and it structures the program as a sequence of steps or instruction. And then it has OOP. OOP centers around objects that combine data and behavior, and it encapsulates data and functions to guide them to class. And second is the data handling. It has also a procedural programming. Data is typically separate from functions. Functions operate on global or local data, which can lead to issues with data integrity and maintenance. And also it has OOP, that data is encapsulated within objects, promoting data hiding and access control. This reduces the risk of unintended interactions. And then the third is reusability, and also it has a procedural programming. Code reuse is achieved through functions, but it can become complex with large system. And then OOP encourage reusability through inheritance and polymorphism, allowing new classes to derive from existing ones, extending functionality without demodifying and the original code. And then the fourth is the modularity. And procedural programming modules are typically functions or procedures that operate on shared data. And OOP is modularization is achieved through classes, promoting better organization of code into self-contained units. And then last is state management. And the procedural programming is managing state is often more cumbersome, requiring careful tracking of data. And then OOP, each object maintains its own state, making state management more intuitive and manageable. So so here's the example that on illustrating the principle of OOP in Java. So mo niyang ang base class kana siya, and then constructor mo niyang ang constructor, and then mo niyang method sa to make a sound, mo niyang ang get for name, then derived class mo ni siya, and then method to make sound method mo ni siya, and then class that cat extend animals mo ni siya, and then method to make sound method mo ni siya, and then mo niyang ang main method. So pag irana nato siya, run. So mao na ang output. So sa encapsulation is the animal class encapsulates the name attribute, making it private and provide a public method to access it, get name. And then inheritance is the dog and cat classes inherit from the animal classes, reusing its properties and methods. And then lastly the polymorphism is the make sound method is overridden in both derived classes, allowing different behaviors for the same method call based on the object type.